really what you're looking at with the banks is the marginal tax rate. So if you reduce it by 5 to 10 percentage points, that's a direct increase in their earnings. And what you look at is really the more profitable super regional banks. If you think about it, the more profitable you are, the better you get a benefit when you get a tax break. So you get banks like U.S. Bank Corp, or even like what we're looking at with Huntington and their new revised upward profitability with the First Merit acquisition, getting some nice benefits here on incremental tax breaks.
So is that where you want to focus then, on the regionals and more of the domestic players than the bigger banks?
We would, because we do believe that deregulation is going to come more in raising the thresholds. So when you start looking at the $10 billion threshold or the $50 billion threshold, moving to 100 or 250 billion, that gives the smaller regional banks a lot of leniency with capital deployment, a lot less pressure on their expenses. So we do think that those super regional banks will be a good place to look at with the rate sensitivity they get with higher interest rates as well.
Jim, I'm wondering what you see in terms of what Congress is going to do next year that could have an impact on banks and their outlook, just in terms of what you expect, I mean, this Republican-controlled Congress agenda to be.
Well, there's a couple impacts on the banks. The most important has been the jump in interest rates, so that's out of the control of Congress. The second will be there will be regulatory relief, whether it is through actual legislation from Congress or whether it's just through more lax oversight and easier oversight of the regulation that's in place. So I would expect some targeted rollback of some of the regulation, for example, within Dodd-Frank, but interest rates are going to help, and then I think just an easier oversight environment clearly will be a benefit to the banks.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.